Let's talk about wounded healers. Now, I think this topic is incredibly important because so many times I see people who have done tremendous things in their life and who are helping people in tremendous ways being attacked with such vitriol simply because of the fact that every second of every day of their life, they're not absolutely perfect. And in this world where simply acknowledging or sharing the fact that you like something, people can hone in on that. People can hone in on where you are on a day to day. This world is so, technology has made it so that we all don't have privacy. Our flaws are broadcast out now more than they ever have been. There was a time where if you lived in a certain city and you couldn't make it in that city for whatever reason, things just didn't work out in that city, you can move somewhere where people just don't know you and start over. How can you do that nowadays with social media? Let's say you don't understand this game, which is common. A lot of us don't, even though we pretend that we do. So you make a mistake, where can you go? Is there another Earth, another social media that you can pull yourself to? So you see us as the awareness of these avatars that we occupy. This game is so tricky that it has you in a thought process that you can never change your avatar anymore. You don't have the opportunity to shift and do something different. Make a turn that's completely different. That's what the paradigm wants you to believe. Now, when it comes to wounded healers, I'd like to believe what I just shared with you is the negative or the shadow side to our imperfections being put on display. Here's the positive side. We're all jacked up. And if you think that you aren't, you're more than likely an NPC. Because those of us who are actually trying to make something of ourselves, who are actually trying to be something in this world, trust me, all of you are quick to tell us how messed up we are. I believe that everyone's flaws being out there, everyone being able to empathically see what's going on behind a phrase, behind an action, I think that it's critical because there are other people who are either just about to enter the state that you have overcome, are in that state that you have overcome, or that state that you have overcome is a polar opposite to the state that they're in. So on the surface, it seems like they're your enemy, but that's not necessarily the case. I think that recognizing our flaws is critical to be able to connect with others on a much deeper level than we ever have before. I think that when it comes to showing yourself grace first, when you are a wounded healer and you've seen that simply displaying that you're not perfect, you're not absolutely without a flaw, and knowing that simply because you're not perfect, people are going to bash you, and accepting that and moving forward anyways, means that someone else who perhaps sees their flaws as some major hurdle that they can't overcome towards doing what they need to do, they can look at you and say, but they have the same flaw that I do. And if they can do that, what can I do? Wounded healers are critical. And that's why this system of public shame exists, because public shame is one of those things that I don't think any of us really wants to experience, but it's this thing that's held over our heads. And it's held over our heads in almost every avenue of our life. Be a person that your family can be proud of, or else your family could potentially disown you. You get to a certain point, your parents pass and they don't leave you anything. All of your friends turn on you. You can come to a point where you change your paradigm about a certain belief. Maybe you post about it and now people are bashing you all over social media. Now your post goes viral. Now you got strangers from all over the world talking crap about your change of belief. You understand? It's a different type of scenario when everything that you do can be monitored. But just because everything that we do in this here society can be monitored, just because we can't make mistakes in private anymore and overcome them on our own without the world bashing us simply for not being born absolutely perfect, simply for having to experience the same distortion that we all experience, simply for having to be the channel for the same emotions that we all are the channel for. If we're going to be bashed for being one of everyone, so be it. Maybe the bashing is letting us know this is how we grow. So please, if you are a wounded healer, don't let the threat of public shame stop you from sharing your light and doing the best that you can to play your game in the best way that you can. And I didn't misspeak there. This is a game. And as soon as you remember that, there's no level of public shame that can truly beat you down. Not anymore. I love you. I want to see the fullest expression of you. This is a spark.